night, power-shifting people revolt across the African continent. From a capital where voters demand the ballots count, to a coast where beaches are put up for sale. The story will bring you an Albert control, cash, and the fierce fight for a future. The stakes couldn't be higher. This is the African News Update on Top Accolade News. The headlines. Cameroon erupts in unrest as voters demand truth in disputed election. Djibouti drops presidential age rule. DR Congo president fires top military officials. Kenya to privatize coastal beaches and islands. We're kicking off with the streets ablaze in Cameroon. Hundreds of protesters flooded Douala and other major Cameroonian cities on Sunday, demanding that authorities recognize opposition leader Issa Tchiroma Bakary's alleged election victory and ensure transparency in the vote count. Demonstrations quickly spread from Douala's New Bell district to other cities, reflecting widespread discontent over the conduct of the poll. Security forces reportedly fired live ammunition to disperse crowd, injuring at least 2 people and leaving several others hospitalized in critical condition. Local media described 10 scenes as barricades were erected and police patrols intensified. Analysts warn that the unrest could escalate if transparency concerns are ignored. For many Cameroonians, this election has become a battle between ballots and bullets. From a fight for power to a lock on it. Djibouti's parliament on Sunday unanimously voted to abolish the presidential age cap of 75, a constitutional change that could allow the 77-year-old president to seek a 6th term in the April 2026 elections. All 65 lawmakers approved the amendment, which still requires the president's own signature and a confirming vote next month. The move effectively dismantles one of the last formal barriers for its continued rule, which began in 1999. Critics says the decision underscores the country's entrenched authoritarianism, where opposition is silenced and free speech tightly curtailed. While some online dissent followed the announcement, public reaction remains muted due to restrictions on expression. Despite its small size, Djibouti wields major strategic importance, hosting several foreign military bases along the Red Sea. With this latest constitutional shift, many observers warn that the road to power in Djibouti has no exit sign. Meanwhile, in DR Congo, the president is tightening his grip closer to home. President Félix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo has dismissed 3 senior military officials following a 3-month investigation into an alleged coup against him. The officers previously holding key positions within the presidential security apparatus were reassigned earlier this month before their formal removal. The confidential nature of the decree underscores the perceived severity of the threat, coming at a time where Eastern Congo faces ongoing attacks from armed groups. As the president consolidates control, the shakeup highlights that fragile balance between loyalty and stability within the nation's armed forces, where trust can be as critical as firepower. We pivot now from military maneuvers to economic moves. The Kenyan government has unveiled plans to privatize select public beaches and islands through private ownership, concessions and long-term leases under its National Tourism Strategy 2025 to 2030. The move aims to attract high-end investors, create 2.5 million jobs, and raise 1.2 trillion Kenyan shillings in revenue by 2030, with sites earmarked for luxury eco-resorts and marine facilities. Investors must meet strict environmental and sustainability standards. Critics warn that the plan risks selling the soul of the coast for profit, even as the government calls it a bold step towards global competitiveness. You're watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In Namibia, the corridors of power are buzzing with a surprising twist. Namibian President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has dismissed Ntangwe Itete from the roles as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Industry, Mines and Energy, as in control of the ministry herself. The presidency announced this on Sunday. No reason was provided for the sudden removal, though Itete, appointed in March, remains a member of parliament. The shake-up comes as Namibia pursues major oil and mineral ambitions ahead of its first planned crude output by 2030. Let's look at a story of ambition and recovery. Somalia's Minister of Communications and Technology met with top telecom executives to strengthen public-private communication and improve service quality nationwide. The high-level meeting reviewed progress, challenges, and the country's digital transformation goals, with the minister reaffirming Somalia's ambition to become a regional technology leader. Industry representative praised the government's coordination efforts and commitment to innovation in a nation was defined by disconnection. Somalia's digital drive signals a bold turn towards unity through connectivity. And now to a personal story of independence in Nigeria's entertainment world. Popular Nigerian actress Regina Daniels has purchased a new house just days after accusing her husband, Senator Ned Boko, of domestic violence and reportedly filing for divorce. Daniels shared a video of a new-story building on social media, explaining that she wanted a safe and independent home for herself and her family. While the allegations have sparked controversy, her move underscores a resolve to reclaim personal space and autonomy. Finally, a taste of sporting glory. Nairobi United FC has advanced to the group stage of 2025/2026 Total Energy CAF Confederation Cup after defeating a Tunisian side 7-6 on penalties following a 2-0 home leg victory that leveled the aggregate 2-2. The home team scored twice to force the shootout, but Nairobi United goalkeeper became the hero by saving the decisive penalty before converting the winning kick. Nairobi United will join other East African clubs in the group stage alongside top African teams. The triumph marks a milestone for Kenyan football, proving that grit and nerves of steel can rewrite the continent's football map. From the streets demanding truth in Cameroon to the pitches celebrating a heroic kick in Nairobi, Africa's story is never simple. It's a perpetual narrative of challenges met with resilience and a reminder that the greatest currency is always the voice of the people. I'm Majorumi Okocha, and this is the African News Update on Top Accolade News, keeping you connected to the pulse of the continent.